So I think we just, so how many of you like sweets? I mean, I'm sure, right? So can you have sweet for breakfast or sweet for lunch and sweet for dinner and sweet for next day's breakfast? No, right? So no matter what your favorite food item is, okay, you have to take it in combination. Whatever you like, okay, you can probably take a little more of it. Any overdose of anything will lead to indigestion. Okay, I think for most people a combination of equity and debt is pretty good. Okay, for tax saving, combination of expenses like principal amount of loan repayment, school fees, etc., and investment in employee provident fund, public provident fund, and whatever is left, the equity linked saving schemes have. You could use balanced funds, which is a combination of equity and debt for any balance over and above your tax needs. Okay. Real estate. I just was talking to somebody who's put all his money into real estate.
No, it's not really.
Okay.
So, I've done that.
Okay. So real estate is a blind spot for lots of our clients that we meet, lot of people. Getting them to sell real estate is like asking them for donating their kidney. Okay, I mean literally, although he acknowledges कि अच्छा return नहीं मिल रहा है, बेचा नहीं जाता है उससे. Okay.
Emotional attachment.
No emotional, it's an investment, not the house that he stays in. Okay. It's very tough for people to say, because I made money in the past. You may have made money in the past. And frequently that itself, when we show him the calculation, he realizes that it was 10-11% return. Okay. So frequently he realizes he hasn't made as much money as he thought he had. Numbers, the law of large numbers. But despite that,
one question, see, I have bought a flat 2 years ago, so it was 55 lakhs.
Right.
Now 70, 80, I will be staying in that.
right,
Are you saying because I am hard pressed for money because of that?
Right.
I will be paying around 35,000 for 25 years. Thinking about that makes me like not sleep.
right.
So should I not buy a flat and instead because returns are better, should I go for equity?
So incidentally, when you buy a house for your own residence, that is not an asset buy.
Not an
That is
investment.
not an asset buy. Don't treat it as an asset buy. Okay. I think it's a completely separate discussion. It will really depend on your overall this thing, whether you can afford that level of a flat. I think buying a flat for your own residence is always a good idea, irrespective of whether it is a good investment or not.
Okay, so for Mumbaiites I am saying, who are not actually from Mumbai, so they come here, they generally have a ancestral house or
Right,
something to stay.
right. Decided to be in Bombay for a long time, at least say the next 4-5 years. Okay. Then buying your own place, as long as it is appropriate, it is within your spending more than 40% of your net income, whether by way of outgoings or whether by way of EMIs or whatever. You bought a house that you can't afford.
But if it is sleepless nights, then it's better to.
So obviously you probably have bought a house that you couldn't afford. So that may not be a good thing.
Compromise on the space or on the locality.
Something you compromise, or if that is not acceptable, don't buy. If in that 40% you are not getting a house that you would want to stay in, then rent is not a bad option. Gold, I think, is like a pickle. You need gold because we will use it socially. It's like a pickle. There is only so much you can have. 5 to 10%.
Mr. Harsh, you said that for your clients whom you ask to sell off their real estate and invest somewhere else, do you think there is an option available in the equity that can give the same amount of return outside a SIP?
Invariably. Outside a SIP, we don't recommend equity.
So what would you recommend to such clients who want to sell their property and invest somewhere else?
So I think it will depend on client to client. I can't often tell you, because overall, if he has no investment in debt, for example, then some amount in debt also makes sense. Right? So I can't give a standard. Uska risk profile kya hai? How old is he? What is he going to use that money for? How much later? All that will go into determining what he should use it for.
It is 40% of your income. What you are saying, it's 40%.
So if you look at the national expenditure survey, okay, Then across the nation for SEC class A, okay, typically your expenditure on housing is around 30 odd percent. We added 10% more for the pleasure of owning your own house, okay, and made it 40%. There are a lot of returns that come from owning your own house. One, it gives you roots in a city. It's not necessarily good, but sometimes can be good. So it really depends. As long as it is 40%, it is considered to be within a safe zone. After that, if it is adding psychologically to you, buy. That is the additional return. The psychological return you get is the additional return.
But what gives is like, as you mentioned, like discipline. So you don't have any choice except for going for the discipline. Because every month the EMI is going to get deducted.
Correct.
And the tax benefit.
So there is an enforced discipline there because of the EMI. So I think the key question is, don't put all your eggs in one single basket. 1,000 rupees. Okay. Now if nothing happens to the scooter, what do you get? Nothing back. Right? I'll give you a better option. Okay. I'll give you a policy that will not only return the premium if you don't make a claim, okay, it will also give you back a additional amount. Right now you paying 1,000 rupees, if you don't make a claim, your 1,000 rupees are gone. Only if your vehicle is stolen, you will get 50,000, your vehicle is completely damaged in an accident, you will get 50,000. Right? I give you a policy which will return your premium plus something if your vehicle is stolen or damaged. Will you go for such a policy? Yes or no? Come on.
Yes.
Yes. What happened to the trick question?
Depends upon
The premium is 22,000 rupees. If you don't make a claim, it returns you 22,050 rupees back. Will you go for it now?
When does it get done?
At the end of the year. You'll go for it? No? That you know in advance? You got?
No, but the person depends on the person.
No, but the
So I'm asking you,
it's more than 8%.
the return?
Yeah, but mean percent of that.
So will you go for it?
No.
You won't go for it. Okay? You won't. Okay. So why? Because the premium is too high. Right? I'll give you a lower premium. Okay. You pay 2,200 and you will get back 2,205. Will you go for this policy?
No.
Why?
High risk.
Why? What is the high risk? Same insurance company is offering you. What is the high risk?
How can they make so much?
They are making. This is a real offer.
You are paying 1,200 more
Yes.
premium,
Yes.
and in return,
You're
this
getting
is
2,000.
the return you are getting at a risk.
What is the risk?
Risk, if something happen, then
You will get back 50,000. You tell me. No, you tell me what.
what I'm saying,
Hmm.
like in 1,000 premium, what you are paying, that take care of your accidental.
Yes, only that. But if nothing happens, which is 98% of the time nothing happens.
Nobody can predict nothing will happen in
Yes.
1 year. With
Okay.
1 day, 1 hour,
So,
nobody can
so
predict.
instead of this, why not take this? You will get back your money. Just pay 1,200 extra and you will get back entire 2,205.
So you make that SIP you said, in different vehicle you make
But
that
you won't make that kind of a return. On 1,200 you get back 2,205.
in 1 year.
Will you go for this? You should. Okay.
If it is real.
Huh?
if it is real.
Sorry? Yes. Okay. So here is the trick. The insurance is only 5,000. So if your vehicle is lost, you will get paid only 5,000 rupees. Policies, there is a catch. Okay. The catch here was that out of 22,000 you just pay this 1,000 for the addition 22,050 back, right, which is a less than a 5% return, right. Here you are just getting insurance, the same 5% return, but insurance is only 10%. So out of this 2,200 only 100 rupees is for the premium, right? On 120 rupees you are getting back 125 rupees. Again, that's not giving you a good return, right?
I would still go with it because I'm making 1,000 rupees anyway, which I can buy another policy.
Sorry,
50,000.
where are you making 1,000 rupees, sir? You're making 5 rupees.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you will never go in for either of these policies, right? That is because you are not stupid,
Yes.
right? None of you are stupid, correct? Sure, right? Nobody is stupid here, right? Okay.
We
But
make stupid
there is no regulatory body
investments.
which will have a certain
Right,
guideline.
exactly. These policies don't exist, but they do exist and you have bought them. Not in the realm of vehicle insurance, in the realm of life insurance. Okay? You need 50,000 rupees, suppose that is the value of your life. Okay? All your endowment policies are these. All your endowment policies give you return of less than 4-5%. They neither give you, your insurance is about 5-10% of what it should be. And as an investment they give you 4 to 5% return. And there can be no regulation against stupidity. There is no regulation in this kind of policies are sold world over. Okay, I mean Indians don't have, we learnt this from the white skinned guys only. Okay, so these policies do make sense. Only is they make sense for the insurance company and the insurance agent, right? There isn't a single insurance policy, come investment policy, that cannot be beaten if you separate the two parts out. Take out insurance, you can get better insurance cheaper, same or better terms, and the investment again if you comparable. So any endowment policy, money back policy, cut out whatever is the sum assured he is giving, take the term policy, whatever is left in the premium, put it in PPF. PPF is as safe, if not safer. Invariably PPF will give you better returns. And yet we don't do this, right? So I think the insurance policy, any insurance policy that gives you money without the happening of a bad event is not a good insurance policy. That's a simple thumb rule. A bad event has to happen for the insurance policy to pay. Otherwise, it's not a good insurance policy. Yeah? Anyone disagree with that? Okay, so I think we're running out of time, so I'm going to skip this over. We have run out of time. I'm happy to cover these separately after the workshop is over.